Hi and welcome to my morning report on today, Friday the 17th of April, with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Hantech Markets. The European trading session is fairly mixed actually into the open, with stock markets a little bit higher, a little bit lower. You got the FTSE up 17 pips, DAX down 15 pips. DAX continues to underperform, and that underperformance I still think is linked to the strength of the euro, which continues to climb. Actually, the dollar across the board on the forex majors is still under pressure in the last few days. We're still seeing this move back, sharp move down on the dollar index yesterday, and it still seems to be as though this recent few days of dollar weakness is continuing. There are some key levels that are now being tested on forex majors, and I'll take you through as many of those as I can today in a bit, specifically on my chart of the day, which is the Kiwi dollar chart, and this is the dollar index, and I'll show you here this in the last, that's the hourly chart. Just can see this consistent sort of lower highs, lower lows, being used once again on that I think it's the 21 hour moving average. So that's interesting in itself. I think that the fact that it does tend to use this moving average quite consistently. So keep an eye on that. But a lot to get through today, a lot of data in the markets. We start off with the UK unemployment data. UK unemployment is expected to come out at just improve slightly at 5.6%, down from 5.7%, and also within that report you get the average weekly earnings, which are expected to improve very slightly to 1.8%. So that's at 9:30. That could have an impact certainly on sterling. Then after that we've got the Eurozone inflation data, CPI for the Eurozone. The final reading is expected just to that's the unemployment again for the UK. Final reading for Eurozone inflation is expected to improve slightly from last month. This is from last month's final data to 0.1% negative. Still in deflation, but that would be again in line with the flash reading. So no real commotion would be expected on the back of that if that was to be the case. Then into the afternoon, we've got the US inflation. This is the chart of US CPI, and that has spent last month at 0 flat, and it's expected again to be flat today. So if that shows any signs of picking up, that would be a second month in a row starting to rise, and I think that would be actually quite dollar strong, dollar positive if that were to be the case. And then further on into the afternoon, you've got the Michigan sentiment. Michigan sentiment at 3 o'clock this afternoon is expected to climb to 94.0. This is the last month's final data, which was 91.2. The flash data, or last month's preliminary data. This is the final data, actually came in at 93.0. So that'd be a slight increase and a slight improvement on the last final data if it comes in line with expectations at 94.0. So the Michigan sentiment remains pretty decent at the moment. So lots that can drive this dollar trade today, and at the moment the dollar is under a little bit of pressure once again, and the key major that I'm interested in at the moment is this Kiwi dollar. There is certainly something going on here. You've had a break above that key so that key old pivot level set around 7,600. That was seen yesterday. That broke decisively through there, and now we're testing the next key level around 7,700. But I mean that reaction high that we've seen just almost picked up at 76.95. Today we've seen just a slight poke above 7,700, but it's just come back in the last few minutes. But I think that is serious pressure that's being put on this chart, and that would certainly go a long way to confirming I think this would be a base pattern if that were to be seen. Interesting though, these momentum indicators are not really showing a breakout yet. The RSI is just still in the low 60s. Not actually yet above the point at which it reached when it got to 76.95. MACD lines just starting to rise, but again, nothing really confirming this breakout yet. The stochastics also strong in the last couple of days, that's fine, but still nothing yet confirming this breakout. So although we're seeing the price moving above 76.95, if it got a close above 7700, I think that would be a strong breakout, but you'd still be wanting to see these momentum indicators. Now this is the hourly chart. Shows pretty decent support being formed now on the 21-hour moving average, which certainly the last few days anyway has been the basis of support. Strong momentum across the board on the hourly chart. RSI nicely configured there into the bulls, and also the MACD lines turning up again. Stochastics slightly higher. Very slight concern, arguably concern, that I saw in the morning report, which is probably now being turned around by this recent rally higher. But there was a slight concern I had with this RSI dropping below 60, but I think maybe that's now been negated by the gains there that we've seen in the push towards 70. But you could watch out for potentially a bearish divergence, although again nothing yet to suggest that is the case. So don't preempt these things, but certainly at the moment we're seeing a nice move towards the highs again. But if it does fail to really make a move above the highs, above 7700, and starts to consolidate, you could begin to see a bit of loss of momentum, and then perhaps that resistance would begin to hold. So we need to be careful of that. Certainly today, I think what you would like to see is a break above 7700 to really suggest that the bulls are in control of this and breaking through this sort of consolidation phase that we've had over the past few months. So Kiwi is a very interesting chart that I'm keeping an eye on today, and I think you should too. So I wish you good luck in your trading, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.